Now, with the dissolution of the 31st Dáil yesterday, general election 2016 officially got underway. After meeting with the President, Enda Kenny announced on Twitter that polling day will be the 26th of February. Joining me now is News Talk election analyst Odhrán Flynn and social media analyst Stephen O'Leary to discuss how to vote, how to use your vote, when to vote. Well, I think we know when we're going to be doing it, it's the 26th, and indeed all the build-up and hype that can be expected right up to the end of the month. First of all, let's take a look at the official announcement by the Taoiseach yesterday.
I'm about to make my way towards San Uachtaráin to ask the President to dissolve Dáil Éireann. The general election will then be held on Friday the 26th of February.
OK, I want to bring Stephen O'Leary in here. Stephen, I've heard it mooted, certainly in media circles and in social media circles, that this will be the first proper social media election in Ireland. Do you agree with that, or do you think that our politicians aren't sufficiently down with the kids yet on social media to actually grasp the opportunity it provides?
Well, I think opportunity is the key thing there. Certainly the opportunity politicians have over the next 3 weeks is greater than they've ever had before. But do I genuinely think they'll take it? No, is the short answer. One of the difficulties is the vast majority of politicians continue to use social networks as a broadcast medium. They see it as a way to push out a message. And social media works best when it's a conversation. That's the reason.
Social media is not a one-way street. It's dialogue.
Well, it shouldn't be, but it's often seen as that.
But is there not an underlying problem with our politicians, is that they don't really want to dialogue with us, the great unwashed?
Well,
they want to tell us what's best for us, and they want us to go, yes, thanks very much. They don't want us going,
scarier.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, the big difficulty when you have a conversation is that you can be asked anything. There's a huge amount of fear in relation to what you might get asked. I mean, it's one thing to be asked a question on a doorstep when it's just you and the person on the doorstep, but it's a very different thing when that is asked publicly online. So I think the politicians who are confident in their ability to answer questions and succinctly. How often do we hear politicians ask a question and they talk for 5 minutes about something else but never answer it? This happens all the time. Now, if you've got 140 characters, you've got to be concise. So do I think politicians are going to make best use of social media? It would surprise me. I'd be pleasantly surprised, but I don't think so.
Let me turn the question the other way around then. Those of us who use social media, which, let's face it, I mean, it's now a critical mass. How can we use social media to either force them to engage with us or to get our what it is we need and what we want across to them?
I think this is one of the huge opportunities social plays in this election. I mean, one of the things that Facebook came out and did was they reminded people, users in Ireland, to make sure they were registered to vote. Now that's a big thing. And if we look at the referendum last year, that was a watershed moment. It was a turning point in Ireland in terms of people realizing the power of social media when it comes to getting people out to vote. I mean, social networks are credited in a large way with actually getting people who maybe in the past would have said, yeah, I probably should vote, or maybe, you know, I should go out and actually and cast a vote, to get out of their seats and go. And one of the big things they did really well was create this fear of missing out. I'm not sure if you remember on the morning, the first thing you saw when you logged into Facebook that day was a little button up the top that says, your friends John and Mary and Joe have all voted today. Have you? And suddenly what you then get is, God, no, I haven't, but I don't want to be left out. And that's a very powerful thing. We want to be involved in things that our friends are involved in. And I think one of the things that social media is going to do this year is that on the day of voting, and we've seen it even in the build-up, we've seen photographs on Twitter of queues of students outside Garda stations looking to be put on the register. And that's a powerful thing, because when you see your friends or you see groups of people, you're like, I want to be involved too. OK, as I said, we're taking a ladybird approach to this, and not because we're patronising anybody, but because we want to make sure that people actually get it right. First things first, go and make sure that you're registered. OK, gentlemen, for the time being, thank you very much, and we will see you again over the next couple of weeks. Thanks, Mark.